Now is the turn to talk about the mental health, of course, of you first, okay, and your kids. Yes, okay, it's not the same to have little kids than to have grown-ups, okay? So, past videos we talk about routines for yourself, to structure yourself. 1 hour of work, 10 to 15 minutes of rest. 1 hour of work, 10 to 15 minutes to rest. Divide your day. Include the routine of cleaning the house, of making dinner or supper, of reunited with the family, okay? Forcing your kids to stop playing the Xbox or whatever they are doing, to join meal, to talk about whatever you want. Stupid things, don't worry, just be in family as a family reunion, not the locked home situation. After that, you take yourself a break, you meditate, do whatever you need to do to rest. Make your kids also do that. And then in the afternoon, in the evening, you keep working until 7 or 8, and then you give yourself permission to start working. That's what you have to do. But when it comes to kids, okay, when you have little kids, when you have babies, of course babies are different because you as a mom or as a dad go with the routine of the baby and you try to structure the baby because it's a newborn and it's part of the structure of the family, and they are more adaptable than we are adults right now, right? So that's kind of easy because it's not easy, I know. But if you have kids or toddlers, yeah, my recommendation is, now you have a structure your day with your routines, with the things that you have to do, that you want to do in order to make yourself happy, to accomplish goals, and to keep yourself busy and mentally healthy, okay? So you are going to adapt their structures to your structure. Say that again. My recommendation is, I will give you some links right here somewhere you will find with worksheets, where you can put your kid that is not going to school because it's very young. Keep your boy or girl busy in the times that you are actually working. In your hour that you're going to be working, your kid is going to be drawing something, is going to be maybe do some tracks for learning how to write, is going to be building something, you know what I mean? So that way you keep him or her beside you, but he is not or she is not going to be bothering you because he's going to be busy or she's going to be busy. In that way, you're going to be working and your little one is going to be working as well. If your kid goes to school already and you have to do homeschooling, what you have to do is make him or her to work at the same hour that you are working. So he's going to get his online classes, or maybe he or she is going to do some homework at the same time that you are working. And the 10-15 minutes of break you can structure as well for him or her to be with you in that moment. Maybe he can go and play that 10 or 15 minutes with some friends, Xbox or whatever, and then come back. So that way you will feel not the pressure of, having to entertain that little one. And he has the obligation, or she has the obligation of doing the homework and all that, right? With teenagers, it's kind of different. Oh, we all know that. Teenagers are in the stage that they have to, they are looking for limits. Differently than many people think, they are not grown-ups and they cannot do whatever they want. They think different, but they can't. So as parents, now is the time to take control, okay? So you have your schedule for yourself, and they must have their schedule for themselves. I'm pretty sure that their school give them work, okay? So be sure that they do their work. You are not going to be able to put the schedule as very strict as you did with your little ones. But if you're a teenager, and it's not about, it must have their routine. They have their routine of schedule homework, or I don't know, maybe some homeschooling directly with the teacher, whatever. Be sure that they do that, and it's your obligation as a parent to make them do that. So use that as a structure for now that you are locked home. Okay, the same that you are doing with a structure in your house with different places for working. Force your kids in a beautiful manner to do the same. Not working in their PJs, making the schedules, put it into piece of paper. What do they have to do, and what is the time for doing that, or to deliver the homework? Okay, be sure that they wake up not at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Wake up in the morning and work some time. Be sure to make them have a meal with you. I don't know if they are upset or with, like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's okay. I mean, they are teenagers, but it's their obligation to be with you and sit down to have dinner and supper, and then they can do whatever they want or go back to what they are doing with homeworks and all that. You know what I mean? Teenagers have to feel the structure and the security of you being in control. Teenagers, they love to say that they are old enough, and they, I don't need you. I have 16 years old and I can do that by myself. I am 14 years old. You are no longer, I'm not your little baby anymore. I'm 18 years old. Stop saying what I have to do. Yes, they love to say that, but you know what they really, really love? That you are in control. That shows them, that control shows them how much you love them. So contrary of other people think, or many people think about that, he's young enough, let him do whatever he wants. No. As a parent, showing them that you love them is but giving them limits, and it's with love, discipline, and structure, the way they are going to notice how much you love them. And now that you are locked home, is a time for showing them how important it is, how much you love them, and how important it is that they have these routines. Okay, so be sure to give them the space, of course. Okay, you are that age, you are responsible for what you have to do. Okay, that this is a time that we're going to be working. Okay, and then we are going to have dinner, and then maybe in the evening we can play some chess or whatever. Okay, so show them that you are there. Okay, so you will find here in the video some links for you for some activities that you can give to your little ones that are not already at school, so they can be beside you working, and some activities for some schedule informations or some ideas that can help you to structure your kids that have homeschooling, and not to be like stressed because you need to be with them or help them all the time. Remember that they are capable of doing a lot of things, so now it's time to allow them to do their work with a structure, with limits, with the love that you feel for them, showing them that you are there for them, but giving them the space and the security that you are there for them. I don't know if it makes sense, but I hope it does. So follow me in social media, leave me your comments, share this information, and if you need to talk, remember, I'm here for you. This is Adriana Ruiz Flores, and